Hi everyone. Well, I owe you all a review, specifically the test of the Tronsmart Halo 300, which is a massive party speaker with water resistance, a battery, and a peak power of 240 watts. And now I'm going to show it to you. We'll start with the specifications. It has a peak power of 240 watts, but I've already mentioned that. It comes with a 27 milliamp hour battery, which with the RGB lights turned off and at half volume allows for 20 hours of operation. So basically you can party all day on a single charge. It has 6 speakers inside. The subwoofer consists of 2 8-inch woofers. The mid-range speakers on both sides are 3 inches, and the tweeters up here are 2.5 inches. Whichever way you prefer. Even just from the size of the speakers, it's obvious that this is a party speaker since it's tuned for bass and dynamics. That's why it has these large speakers inside. And of course, that's also why it has RGB lights. Of course, we have several types of RGB lights. These lights can flash to the beat of the music in 7 different patterns. Since this is a party speaker, it comes with IPX4 water resistance, which means that light rain or splashing water won't harm it. So you can even place it by the poolside. If water splashes on it, nothing will happen to it. Of course, we have a bunch of controls. Of course, we have a lot of connectors and inputs. Of course, we have Bluetooth with a range of 15 meters. And naturally, we also have a mobile app. I'll show you all of these one by one now, starting with the controls, which are located on the top of the device. Well, as you can see here, we have several types of controls. The top row belongs to the microphone, volume, bass, treble, and echo effect. We have 3 effects that can imitate audience noise, honking, and applause. There is an SP button here, which is used for bass boost. We have a stereo button, which is used to pair 2 devices so they can play in stereo. The TC button is for tricks, and it activates the technology that allows up to 100 devices to be connected. We have a Bluetooth button, which lets us turn Bluetooth on and off. And there is a skip and play button that allows us to skip tracks or start playback. There is a power button, a light effect switch button, and a volume control. Another interesting feature on the top cover is the retractable handle, which looks like a suitcase handle. Since the device also has wheels on the bottom, you can roll it around just like a portable travel suitcase. It's a really cool feature, once again reinforcing that this is a portable party speaker. Another important thing is this slot up here on the top. The manufacturer designed it so you can prop up your phone, tablet, or other portable device here. Well, that's all for the top, so now let's move on to the connectors, which are found on the back. Among the connectors, you'll find 2 jack microphone inputs, 1 XLR microphone input, a USB-A port, a lightning input, a power input, a shaver cable, which is also for power, and 2 jack connectors that allow you to daisy chain devices. These are all the connectors we have, and you can also switch this jack between guitar and microphone mode. What's important here is that this A connector can also be used to charge a device. So the 27 milliamp hour battery inside this device can also be used to charge external devices. All of this is sealed with a rubber cap. Again, this is important for water protection. Once again, it's about the dynamics and the bass sounds. We get a huge bass reflex port on the back, which is necessary because the 2 large 8-inch speakers move a lot of air, so the air comes out the back and really moves your chest, and it works very effectively. As I mentioned before, it has wheels, so if you tilt the device, you can roll it and pull it along behind you. Well, that's pretty much what it looks like. And now we can get back to the app, since we haven't talked about that yet. For this device, since it's a Tronsmart, of course, we'll be using the Tronsmart app. And the Tronsmart app is basically the same app that comes with every Tronsmart device. The only difference is that naturally the available settings options vary from device to device. With this device as well, you'll find preset sound profiles. There's the default deep bass rock sound. You can see all the options available. And there's also a custom setting where you can adjust the sound profiles to your liking. Naturally, this ranges from the lows to the highs. In the settings, you can choose whether you want to input music via Bluetooth, cable, or USB. You can enable stereo pairing. There's a broadcast mode where you can pair with other devices. Here are the effects. This is the crowd sound, the honking, the applause. As I mentioned, you can change the lighting modes of the LEDs. Of course, this can also be changed from the app. And if we go further, you can also enable the microphone settings here. Since there is no microphone, this is not active right now. Here too, we can adjust the treble, bass, and echo options. And that's pretty much all there is to this app. Honestly, we don't really need anything else since all the essentials are included. We can access the most important features through this application as well. What else is important about this speaker? Of course, it's how this speaker sounds. I apologize, I won't be playing any well-known music, but rather tracks that I generated myself with the help of AI. Specifically for the sake of the test, I'll turn to face the speaker a bit so you can hear the music better through the microphone.
Feel the energy when moving fast. Riding high on sandwich flies. I've got these echoes in my mind. Every moment feels like you're around. The beat it keeps on playing loud. I'm searching for a solid ground. Through it all. When the speakers start to play, feel the rhythm lead the way.
Well, I think that's about enough of that for now. So the main point is this. This is not a hi-fi device. It's not suitable for listening to music in hi-fi quality. However, it is absolutely suitable for taking to a party, bringing to the poolside, or even setting up at home next to a projector for home theater sound. Because this device is really good at delivering dynamism, punchiness, and emphasizing the bass. These work for him, so we're absolutely talking about a party speaker here, and as a party speaker, it's truly excellent. So if you're looking for a good hi-fi system for home use, then you definitely shouldn't buy this one. However, if you want a device that you can use to watch movies, say you have a projector, you want to party outside in the garden, or you want to fill a larger space with music, then it's definitely worth buying because it's available at a relatively good price, not insanely cheap, but right now they also include a Bluetooth speaker with it. If you subtract the price of that from the price of this, you end up with a final user price of around 100,000 forints, which is absolutely competitive. In fact, it can be considered quite low. Find the link below to buy the coupon code for less. If you like this video, pick from the 2 other videos next to it. Hopefully you like those as well. Subscribe to the channel and come back soon. I'll be back with another. Until then, bye.